So using Levridge on top of Microsoft Dynamics Finance and Operations, the agriculture industry has some additional information that sometimes needs to be recorded with their customer, their grower information. Usually farm and field information, how you kind of break down those operations for your grower. There is options in order to set up what types of farm and field. So if we take a look at that under Ag Sales Setup, you can go into farm types. And here we have two set up. One is a farm, and it has a subgroup, obviously, of a field. If you're in more of the feed and livestock type of industry or want to record that information, you could also set up a farm type of a barn. And under there, you could have a different type of field, such as a pen or a grouping of underneath your barn information. And when you actually go in to create your customer, if we go back into customers and we do new, we'll create a new customer for Martin. And here you have a farm type option. If you select one of these farm types, it's going to automatically create that farm for you when the customer is created. So we'll choose a type of farm. This you can also have it default in, and we'll take a look at that from our parameters in a minute. So if I say save here, when it goes in and creates this customer record for us, if we go under our agriculture action pane, we could go to farms and view farms. So this is all the farms set up for this customer. I could go in and create more farms if they have more operations. Maybe they have an operation, a different maybe landlord tenant operation. Or if they're working with family, maybe they have another section working with family members or father-in-laws, etc. So here, if we go in and look at the farm details, we could set it up so you have kind of a hierarchy of farms if you want to or need to by defining the parent farm. You can also have default split groups. If there's a specific split that needs to be set up when we use this farm on sales orders, you could select that here for your ordering split group. And then when you go create a sales order for that customer and use this farm, it would automatically default that split group to it. You could put in an address if the farm actually has a physical address. And you could also relate other either contacts in the system or other customers to this farm. Mainly, things like if you set up a contact, maybe there's a farm manager or specifying a landlord or a tenant. So all of those can be set up here within the links to the farm. And as well, then you could set up that subgroup of fields. So if I do new here, I could call it section 21. And if I create, this created now a subset of a farm, which is a field. And here as well, you could set up a default split group. So when using this farm and field on sales orders, it would default in that ordering split group. You could define addresses if it had a address on it. On legal description, you can set up your country, region, state, county, township, that information, as well as your latitude and longitude coordinates. And you can define down here the farmable acres and deeded and mapped acres to be used in analysis.